Way you got the Andromeda. Andromeda got damn near over millions of suns, bigger than Earth. I mean, yeah, bigger than the sun that we have. And then from the Milky Way, then you got that smaller galaxy. So dig this, bro. I was told in Africa, right, that they got this thing called the Dogon. It's the Dogon tribe. The Dogon tribe said that black people come from Series A and B, the dog star. It's a small planet, blue, and it's just all water. Just all water. And they called us nomos. And when I heard this, I was like, oh, well, I was skeptical, like, yeah, But then they said that when in 1968, the European people went to the Dogon tribe because the Dogons are the only people on this world that understand sacred geometry. They still got that knowledge, and they're not gonna spread it because they seen what happened when their ancestors gave the Illuminati or the illumination to people that didn't like them. You see what I'm saying? That's why
right.
when everything that's architecture, the buildings and all that, it's gonna fall. Our ancestors, they used it. They used like technology, bro. They had things from other places. It gets really deep. So, anyways, in 1968, NASA went to Africa to talk to the Dogon Africa. And they was like, yeah, Series A and B. And NASA was like, and you can do your research. They was like, no, man, how you primitive people can see trillions of light years? Because they had a sacred geometry. So when NASA got that information, they started studying. And then they took it to the first Hubble telescope. And guess what they seen when they got the coordinates from a primitive elder? They seen a dog star, trillions light years ahead, blue star, pretty blue star. And there you go, bro.
Man.
And I got all this information and education just from traveling, bro. Traveling.
Right, and that's what's that?
I said that's traveling is the best thing that ever happened.
Yeah, that makes a world of sense. And honestly, I feel not just for this situation, but for life in general, people need to travel.
I agree.
A lot of my military homies, especially a lot of white ones, they moving. My boy Jeremy moved to Switzerland. Then golf. He went to Ireland. Davison, white guy. He went to Africa, got him one of them big booty white black women. And he got 5 kids by her. He chilling. In Cape Town, palm trees everywhere. His rent is like 300. No, sorry. It's like, 327 USD dollars. For a 3-bedroom and a 2 garage. He chilling. And he's like 80% the VA. He ain't never come back to America.
Damn.
So, America, man, go ask any kid, man, what you want to be. I want to be an Instagram influencer. I want to be a dancer, basketball player, rapper. Everybody want to be a rapper. And I try to tell these kids, man, you don't want to be a rapper because you're going to have to get some booty up, nigga.
I was about to say, shit, I don't want to have nothing to do with Hollywood now. God damn. I don't even know if I want to watch a movie anymore. Holy shit. Like, I mean, when I think about it after what you said, man, now I'm going to look at a movie and be like, did that nigga right there give up that ass to be in this, to play that role?
Yeah, most definitely. If they, yeah. So I'm not saying all actors or musicians, but at least 90, I say like 98.1, some shit like that.
Well, then that answers that question. If he gave up that booty, if you consider the size of the acting pool just in the United States, 98% out of, well, not 98%, 98% of actors and actresses. That's a small amount of Americans that have that ability to be that made it, you know. So yeah, it's a good chance that there's a lot of dude booty been passed around, you know, going up and down Sunset Boulevard. And I ain't talking about the, you know, men and women of leisure. I'm talking about.
I ain't here for little boy, but I'm here for man, but.
All right. Woo, shit. He said booty is booty, but it's better when it's dude booty.
Hey, you know, it's funny. It's funny, man. But you know, I want to bring something up. So what I learned in film school, right? I learned about 24 frames per second, right?
Mm-hmm.
So every split between that, you know, when okay, so just say for instance, you're looking at TV, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you hear a person talking and then it cuts to the other person. Every nanosecond between that cut is a subliminal message that your eyes can't catch, but your subconscious can catch.
Right.
Oh, that's like what they was talking about in was it Fight Club?
Yes. Exactly.
Yeah, so that is real, bro. Like, it's real.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like, you know, boy, Hollywood they motherfuckers got no shame. They're like, yo, this is what we do. We gonna tell you we do it. And y'all gonna be like, man, that ain't real.
But look at it like this, Bob. The reason Hollywood was created for two reasons. Something wanted world domination. Something wants to kill all humans. There's no such thing as white and black or white supremacy. There's nothing. There's no such thing as that. Something, you know, and I got called crazy for this, but I'm like, hey, look, I truly believe that humans made pact with something and they see the future and they trying to advance humans. Think about it, bro. People went crazy, batshit crazy when the COVID. It was like, well, you know, if your family didn't get vaccinated, they were scared to have you around. Oh man, you got COVID. I don't want to die. Now look at it. My uncle was kicked out his doctor position in New York. They brought him back, said, well, you know, you don't have to take the vaccination, but here's all the money that we owed you when we fired you. Now they saying, well, guys, for the people who took it, you know, stroke season coming. And now you got little kids who took that shit that was supposed to take that. They playing basketball, they dying shooting hoop. They dying wrestling, they dying running track. They probably can't take it. Crazy. Now you don't hear nothing about COVID. Nothing. Turn on your TV and watch TV for like 5 hours, like 3 or 4 hours, and look at the infomercials. It's either gonna be some new medicine or Prep B for HIV.
Yeah, I can't disagree with that.
Crazy. So somebody or some humans made pact with something that's keeping us stupid. Because if we found out as a human, as a group, this is what I learned when I was in England or London, when I went to the Benjamin Banneker clock tower. On the side of the Benjamin Banneker clock tower, it's like a little cathedral up there. So they say, well, you're black and I'm white. So how did you get black? How did you get white? So the Great Migration, a lot of black people, because everything came from Africa, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody started splitting off. The Asiatic man went to Asia, where it was windy,
Mm-hmm.
And over time, you got to squint because the wind blowing in your face.
Mm-hmm.
Natural selection, nature versus nurture. You adapt.
You adapt to your
Caucasian
environment.
people Caucasian people went to the Caucasus Mountains near the Caspian Sea. It's cold as fuck out there.
Where it's cool.
What happened? Their nose got small, lips got small. They became better hunters. Their eyes start to turn blue because they wasn't getting any vitamin D. They vitamin D deficiency. And what happens, their DNA turned into RNA. Their DNA turned into RNA. So they lost their pigmentation and they lost their melanin. And their pineal gland got calcified 98%. Think about it. Have you ever take melatonin pills? Just think about this. Like, where do they get melatonin pills from? Do they get it from dogs? Do they get it from cats? No, they get it from dead black people. They go in there and get the pineal gland, especially if they disease free. They take it to the CDC, chop that shit up, put some other stuff in it, put it in that little machine that spins around, and then they freeze it, and then they crystallize it, then they chop it up, then they put it in damn pills. Melatonin pills, you take it to sleep. My homie, he white, he said, I take melatonin pills. I astral project every day, and he loved taking it. The same thing with Black Panther. So they put the shit in the movies, Incredible Hulk. When I saw, another thing I saw learning when I went to Africa, the Orishas. I learned that Thor was black. I learned that Zeus was black. I was like, no, bro, that can't be right. They used to teach me Zeus had long blonde hair and blue eyes. Come to find out, bro, when I studied the European Dark Ages, man, they all was fat. They were gay. They sent a woman to the island of There's an island called the island of Lesbos. That's what the Romans sent all of their women to be Amazons. Because the man got pleasure from having butt sex when they go to war. I bullshit you not. You got to do your research. You got to study this shit. It's out there. But they sent all their women to the island of Lesbos, and they became Amazon women. Crazy.
Yeah, it is.
Study this shit, bro. Real talk. They said slavery, how the Caucasian raised their black people for slavery. When I studied the Christian Crusade and the Spanish Inquisition, I said, damn. I said, damn, shit. The shit that they did to their own people will make you question. Like, damn, they did some fucked up shit to black people, but shit.
Yeah.
They was wilding out. They had the ladder. They had chambers of rats. They had all kind of sick shit, bro. Had all kind of sick shit, bro. So, a lot of this back to the Bible, the biblical days, as I was telling Buck about the metal netter. Remember King James was gay. So in 325 AD, him and Constantine, they had this thing called the Council of Nicaea, where they took the Biblos, which derives from the Dead Sea Scrolls, and they took some shit out. They took some shit out the Bible and started putting their shit in. It's crazy. If you guys go to Europe right now, they have everything. Even the Queen had one of the biggest, look it up, one of the biggest diamonds in the world. It's called the Heart of South Africa. One of the biggest, and she had it, she stole it from there and put it on her damn crown.
Shit.
So yeah, when I talk about aliens and shit like that, bro, people, they tend to be like, I said, we've been looking up at the stars so long, they ain't coming from the stars. They coming from the hollow earth, bro. They coming from the water, bro. That Atlantis shit, that's real. They coming, it's not up in the sky. They got everybody looking in the sky, but they have nobody looking all the way down deep into the abyss. There's a whole fucking city there, bro. How do I know?